Good morning and welcome to Behind the Screen. I am JM. This is a show where we hang out, we talk about games, we talk about beauty, we talk about beautiful things that will save the world, especially as they relate to gaming. And today I have something that I'm very excited to hang out and share with you. And Grom, that's awesome. We're definitely hanging out with Knights of the Smith dinner table at Gamehole. I'm going to be there. Landauer's going to be there. Tink's going to be there. You're going to be there. Matthias is going to be there. Like, we are going to have a night where we just hang out and get dinner or something. It's going to be awesome. Anyway, so one of my first introductions to Savage Worlds, at least the first one after Deadlands that I saw, was a game called Necessary Evil. It had this cool cover with aliens on it and a super villains, and you kind of look at the back of it, and it is this adventure, this plot point campaign where you play as the bad guys. Aliens have invaded, and it turns out that they had set up a strange plan to basically lure the heroes of Earth into siding with them and against another alien invasion. And when that passed, the Vasori, the alien race that showed up to help Earth's defenders defend against the attacking aliens, betrayed humanity, enslaved humanity, killed all of the superheroes, and all that is left is, well, supervillains. You play as the necessary evil, whether you are in the vein of Incorruptible when you see the superheroes completely overwhelmed and decimated, you rise up, something noble in you awakens. Or maybe you're still just the villainous a-hole you've always been, but by God, no one else gets to play with my toys but me, and I'm going to kick those aliens off of the Earth so I can rule it. And then they did a follow-up years later called Breakout. It was kind of a prequel adventure set in New York, kind of a street-level superhero adventure, which I also thoroughly enjoyed. And I got to play through most, bacterial meningitis notwithstanding, of the beginning of Invasion, with Civil Savage running it for us. And I got to play with John Doom, which is always just wonderful. Did you spend your Benny to activate your Super Envy, John Doom? So, Pinnacle has just not re-released, but updated the first two, Breakout and Invasion, to SWADE, and has put a new plot point campaign called Cosmic Crisis. And so we're going to look at the box set that all comes in today and kind of walk through it, see if I think it's worth it, kind of tell my stories of the things that I liked about it, and, show off something that I'm very proud of. Padre, you get a Benny for in the play-by-post game for the Tick reference. Can you destroy the Earth? I like the Earth. That's where I keep all my stuff. So let's go over to the cam. The cam. So here is the Necessary Evil box set. You can see these are the Vasori alien invaders. I got this because it came with the Kickstarter. We've got this beautiful tuck box that holds conviction coins, which, I mean, these are great, and then all of your archetype cards. But what's in the box? Tink, I'm with you on that. We should just start the gaming commune in Romania, and it'll be awesome. So it comes with a map of Star City, which is the city that the Invasion game really takes place in, and battle map of a spaceship, probably useful in a Cosmic Crisis. Now, I'll be honest, I took all of this stuff out and looked over all of it, so I'm not sure this is necessarily the order that you will see it in if you order this box. Yes, Grom, I actually got I got the Deadlands one as well. I love the figure flats, or the figure cardboard minis that we get in these, especially. Ooh, there's the Cosmic Robot. It's awesome. Do we have a Dr. Destruction? Did I miss him already? Oh, there he is. Dr. Destruction himself. An action deck, as always, themed for our plot point campaigns. So we've got some great art on the back of the action deck. Let me see if I can get that in there. And then, as usual, there's Dr. Destruction as our Black Joker. Villains and heroes throughout the whole thing. Pinnacle does a great job of putting these box sets together. They are a remarkable amount of material for the price point that you're getting. Necessary Evil dice set, including the Necessary Evil Wild die. Kind of bluish red with gold lettering. That's a nice set. Not my favorite looking set of Pinnacle dice, but not my least favorite by far. And then, of course, here in the side, you've got all of the great Savage Worlds bennies. This. And then hidden behind this flap, we have the books. So everything in Invasion has been updated to SWADE. I think we've got some new art. New layout. Looking great. So there's Invasion. Again, this is the plot point campaign for the 4-color. So in comic books, we have variety of different power tiers in Savage Worlds, going from 1 to 5. Street level, which is Breakout. 4-color, which is what is the Invasion adventure. And, you know, that kind of references going back to the way comic books were printed. If you ever heard the story of, or the term 4-color heroes, it's because comic books were originally printed in 4 colors. The idea of the gritty street level hero doesn't really come about till the modern age of comics. I mean, we get like Bronze Age and Iron Age, Modern Age comics. So things like Denny O'Neil's Batman or Marvel Knights, where they are focusing on like Daredevil and Punisher and Moon Knight. Never really felt like Spider-Man fit in the Marvel Knights oeuvre, but they kept trying to shoehorn him in there. There was a time when Spider-Man was the guy they were trying to put on every team, and then it became Wolverine. Sort of like Batman in the DC universe. And then this plot point campaign written by Daryl, this is Cosmic Crisis. This takes you beyond 4 colors. So we're talking, in comic book terms, we're talking probably like the Justice League. We're talking the Gladiator from X-Men comics. You know, the some of the Green Lantern Corps from time to time. Squadron Supreme, the 32-bit color. I like that. That's a good way to do it. So this adventure includes things like time travel, dimensional travel, jumps through powers. You still start at a prison breakout, but it's not the same prison breakout as the previous ones. This is a galactic level. It actually reminds me a lot of Dan Abnett's run on Annihilation, where he kind of rebooted the Marvel Cosmic line. And you start in a space prison and go from there. The Authority in widescreen, also a great reference there, Grom. And then last but not least, it comes with the Necessary Evil GM screen that, as always, has a lot of the same information that your other GM screens do, but just looking so much nicer and themed for Necessary Evil. And it comes with the power stunts, which is always good to have in a superhero game. And then last but not least, the Return of Dr. Destruction, a little adventure set with the GM screen that was written by yours truly And the idea here is that they wanted an adventure that bridged the gap between Invasion, Breakout, and Cosmic Crisis. And so I got to write this adventure, and I leaned heavily into kind of secret war with Doctor Doom trying to steal the powers of the Beyonder. And so we have this adventure where it looks as if Doctor Destruction has returned and has set his sights on a cosmic goal. The Doom Guard, the heroes who have been assembled, if you will, in the aftermath of Invasion. Takes place a decade after Invasion, where the current Avengers Justice League-esque team is called the Doom Guard, and some of them are noble heroes, and some of them are Suicide Squad-esque. If you work on the Doom Guard, we will pardon you for your previous crimes. They get caught up in this mystery. Is this really Dr. Destruction? Because if you play through Invasion, you know that the identity of Dr. Destruction has been co-opted several times before. What is going on with this cosmic encounter? We go back to New York, which is where Breakout takes place. And then we travel to a little homage to, again, the Kirby era of Fantastic Four on the moon. For which one, John Doom? Return of Dr. Destruction is for power level 3 villains, but there is a tie-in directly into Cosmic Encounter or Cosmic Crisis if you wish to use that. So that is what you get inside the Necessary Evil box. Now you can purchase all of these individually. You can get the PDFs on drive-thru. I've got links in the show notes. Or you can get the box set that comes with everything you see here for the low price of $170. So maybe not the low price, but considering the fact that you get 3 full campaigns, a 4th adventure, the rules that you need to play the game, you still need your Savage Worlds core rulebook as always. Benny's action deck, dice, and figure flats. I think it's a damn good deal. I've never had an issue with Pinnacle's pricing on these things because they put so much quality content into them. Again, 3 full campaigns as well as a multi-act adventure. You get threats in each book, you get rules and setting advice, you get advice for how to run more games set in Necessary Evil, as well as Savage Tales. So for $170, you're getting a ton, years of gaming content. But again, the nice thing about Pinnacle is they'll sell all of these things broken out individually, so you can get just the ones you want, or you can get them all on PDF, as I said, in the drive-thru link. So that's it. If you were looking for something new, a new way of looking at superheroes, because again, superheroes in our industry our hobby is a kind of a niche genre. You know, the most successful ones have been the ones that have been branded by DC or Marvel. We had wild cards for a while, both with Mutants and Masterminds and with GURPS. The longest lasting superhero games were things like Champions and again GURPS. But what I think the strengths of Savage Worlds superheroes is one, it still leans into the pulpiness. So you're not looking at characters who are going to constantly massively advance in power scale. It feels much more like a comic book where your character's powers are fairly defined for the whole of your arc. And really it's more about the interpersonal changes and your skills that get better. Necessary Evil provides a campaign arc that takes you from street level heroes all the way through Cosmic Defenders. And it does so in a way that is fairly unique in the superhero genre because it leans into, that Suicide Squad-esque, but what if the villains were the ones who had to save the day? So Padre says there are a lot of hooks in superpower companion as well. Yes, each villain has a hook that could be a full game session too. 100%. And if you have the superpower companion, it ties very well in with what you would want in a necessary evil game, kind of expanding on what's available there. So, if you like superheroes, I say go check it out. I got to play through Invasion. I got to read through the other 3 adventures. I got to write one of the adventures. I really want to play Cosmic Crisis, but I want to play Cosmic Crisis at the end. I really would like to take the characters and play through all 3 campaigns and maybe do Breakout and Invasion back to back. Have the end of Breakout be something that catapults my power tier 2 heroes into power tier 3. And then there's enough of a gap between Invasion and Cosmic Crisis that I think if I were going to run it, I would, somewhere in the middle of Invasion, ask everyone to introduce a legacy character. A kid, a sidekick, another character that they would like to see kind of brought up through the ranks, tying back and forth in between the main plot point campaign with the main characters and then these legacy heroes, kind of young heroes kind of coming up, Young Avengers style, Teen Titans style, doing some of the Savage Tales, and then run the Return of Dr. Destruction and Cosmic Crisis with those legacy characters who have grown up, Robin having become Nightwing, that sort of thing. My favorite character in Invasion was definitely the Huntsman, John Doom, because I think your character and my character played off each other so well. And so John Doom played the Huntsman, who he had poisonous claws, which I don't think actually came up in the game at any point, because he just killed whoever got close enough to him that the fact that his claws were poisoned really did not matter. I played a sort of a combination between Doctor Strange and Etrigan the Demon. I had a sorcerer who could do all of these cool like illusions or super sorceries, and then when things got bad, I transformed into this hulking, brutish demon. Landauer played a very Landauerish archer character who could fly around and shoot a bow. And then we had several other characters that were just fantastic. So, check it out. Now again, I get that superheroes are not everyone's cup of tea. I've been very blessed to have several groups in my life who have really been deep into superheroes. Richard and Ben, going back to my early days of playing Heroes Unlimited. We even did some GURP superheroes. I played some Champions. I played a lot of superhero gaming. I think the one thing that takes a little bit of getting used to for me, coming from other superhero games to Savage Worlds, is the idea that my powers aren't necessarily going to get better. That really it's more about my character getting better and my power set being fixed. But there are a lot of people who have already been publishing workarounds for that. So, Grom, I hope that all of my rhyming dialogue was spontaneous, but speaking in iambic pentameter is difficult for me. So I would prepare several lines of poetry, lines of rhyming couplets to see if I could work them into the session. And also, you can have a Benny for just a wonderful callback to Etrigan the Demon. You know what, Padre? I never played Aberrant. Although every time I say the game's name, I say it like Stephen Fry in V for Vendetta. Aberrant! Which I don't know why that scene always sticks in my head, but that's how Aberrant kind of comes up in my head. So, that's it for today. Go check out Necessary Evil. It's just awesome. Thursday, we'll be back. I'm going to be doing a retrospective on that one time I decided to run Shadowrun 4th edition for 9 people. I am looking forward to kind of sharing some stories. Hopefully Mark will be in the chat with me. Here's to your retirement, sir. I hope you are enjoying it and that it is going well. Because Mark actually got to play in that game. I may see if I can't even get Bob Crumb to show up for it. I think that would be awesome. And then Saturday, we're going to finish up our look at the second age for Exploring Glorantha. So that's it. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay gaming. I'm JM. This has been Behind the Screen, and I will see you all on Thursday. Until next time, have a good one.